Hello and welcome back, or welcome if you're new. Today is part of a special collaboration with Jessica from the Waldock Way and Abby from Rooted and Rest. Every month these wonderful ladies host a homeschool collab. They have a different topic for you to post a video about, and this month is going to be about homeschool mom self-care. Self-care can look different to a lot of different people. I think it really just depends on where you are at in life. For me, we are a homeschooling family, and I am the mama to 3 homeschooling kiddos. My oldest has just started high school, my daughter is my middle child, and she is in the 3rd grade, and then my youngest is special needs, and he is like a kinder first kind of spectrum. I also am the wife to an incredibly hardworking husband, and so for us what that means is a lot of the times it is just us. It is either just me and the kids, and I often will say if I can't bring my kids, I usually can't go. There's not a lot of time left for me throughout the day, so I have to try to find little pockets of areas for self-care. And these are a couple of my ideas that I've come up with the past few years to kind of help me find those pockets of time and just kind of fill my cup so that I can continue to pour out to my family. One of the very first things that I do, or that I enjoy doing, I try to make sure that I carve out time in my day for it, and if I don't, I can really feel it. And you can go back and see some of my goal videos I put out from previous months. You can really tell when I get away from this. It really weighs heavily on me, and it shifts my perspective, and it just is really difficult in life. And that is staying close to God, staying close to the Bible, reading His Word, just being immersed in Him and what the Scripture says. So that can mean a number of different things for me. It can mean getting up and reading my Bible. I will get in there and read. I am following along the Bible recap and doing a year-long reading through the entire Bible. Another way that I really like to sit at His feet and really kind of soak in His Word is to do some scripture journaling, where I will write out scriptures and kind of dive in deeper and just journal around it. Or it can just be plain journaling, where I will write out my prayers or just kind of have a conversation with God. Sometimes I will just go through process kind of in writing what I'm feeling and what's happening in the world and how it's affecting me, and just crying out to God. So that to me is a form of prayer also, but for some it could just be journaling or writing out your thoughts. I apologize too. Side note, the light is, I'm sitting by the window, and the light is like going in and out. It is just the first snow of the season, and so it's getting brighter and dimmer, so please bear with me. But some of the other ways I really like to stay close in my walk with God is listening to worship music. Sometimes if the day just gets ahead of me and I notice that I've not sat down and done some reading or carved out time to do some journaling, the kids get up, or it's been a long night and the kids have been up all night, I just want to sleep in and I just get that late start, I will listen to worship music. So I will put worship music on my phone or on the computer or anywhere like that, and I will just play it throughout our morning and wherever I am, washing dishes, cleaning up, during our lessons, just any time at all. And I find that not only is it incredibly powerful to me, but it's also incredibly powerful to my kids also. It's beautiful to hear my kids sing along and just to hear them praise out as well. And so that is another, for me, a form of self-care, because I am filling up myself with His Word and just praise and worship to Him. A couple of other ways that I carve out little pockets of time during my day or week or month for self-care is by simply painting my nails. I like to paint my nails. They don't usually last very long, but it's something that I do for me, and it makes me happy. And so usually I will have to wait until my husband is home, but we will on the weekends, stay up and watch a movie or a show together. And during that time, I'll sit down and pull out my nail polishes and just kind of paint my nails. And then I have the beginning of the week to look forward to, at the very least, of colored nails, feeling pretty. It's just a little something, a little way to give to myself that makes me feel nice. A third thing, or kind of third category of self-care, is just pouring myself an extra fancy cup of coffee or tea. So we bought a foamer. I don't even know. I will try to link it for you down below, but we bought a foamer. You don't need to get one, but it has been such a fun blessing. It makes warm foam, or even in the summer, you could do like a cold foam if you do cold coffee or something like that. And just pouring myself a nice warm cup of coffee or even tea with a fancy little foam and topping on top just feels so nice. And if I really take the time in to soak in kind of the routine of it and the ritual of making the drink, it really is relaxing and fills me up. It's nice to have something warm, especially in these colder months, but it's nice to have just a nice fancy drink, and it really doesn't cost me that much more. If I could, and we were close enough, heading over to a Starbucks or a coffee place would be nice as well, but that's not always an option for me. So having this ability to make a nice fun drink at home is something really great, and I enjoy it. Two more ways that I kind of carve out time to fill up my cup. The first one is working out. So getting back to working out, also I have some videos on my fitness journey and things like that. If you're interested in seeing, I will link some down below for you. But when I am working out and carving out that time for myself, it could be something as simple as an extra long walk on the weekends, or getting down to our basement is where we work out, and really like lifting weights and doing stuff, actually breaking a sweat. It feels really good to me, and it kind of just clears my head up mentally, and it's great for me physically as well. So it makes me feel stronger, it helps me clear my head, and it's just a way to pour back into myself. I do struggle, honestly, sometimes with remembering that this is a kind of I get to and not I have to, and meaning with that sometimes I can go into the workout and be like, I have to work out again, or I haven't worked out in so long. And I'm really trying to work hard to change my mindset into hearing myself say, or telling myself I get to work out, and reminding myself of all the benefits I feel from it when I do work out consistently. Working out is a form of self-care because it is something that I do for me and my body and my mental health as well. And so I've been trying to remind myself more frequently that this is an I get to work out, and I get to feed myself all these really great benefits by working out. And then the last little pocket of self-care that I will share with you is simply taking an extra long hot shower. As homeschooling parents, I'm sure you know that sometimes just carving out that minute to take a shower can be almost impossible. So the times that I do get to jump into the shower and I get to spend an even extra 5 minutes in there just soaking in the steam, feeling the hot water, feels amazing. I try to remind myself to slow down and actually enjoy the hot water instead of rushing through and just trying to hurry and get out of the shower. Now, I do have those moments where I'm just in a rush and I need to get in and out, but the times that I do get to get in there and spend that extra 5 minutes of just breathing in the steam and enjoying that quiet 5 minutes to myself sometimes is really all I need to either reset my day or give it a jump start. It is also a great way, if you shower in the evenings, to kind of relax and get yourself ready and prepared for rest. Rest is another beautiful form of self-care, so there's kind of a bonus pocket. If you can still find quiet time in your home, I would encourage you to do so. If you have older kids, maybe just set them up with some a quiet time activity or something like that. I also do have a quiet time video if you'd like to see some of the ideas I have for that. But if your kiddos are still taking naps, lie down too, mamas. I just feel like in this season where it can feel overwhelming and chaotic a lot of times, finding that moment to rest and reset ourselves is so helpful. So I know that oftentimes we live in a kind of society that idolizes productivity and this almost workaholic, busy. We look to that oftentimes as a whole, as a society, as successful. If you're very busy and you're overworked and you're overtired, then you're doing something right. But really, that's not a way to pour into yourself. And I find that when I teeter on that edge, I am so cranky and so irritable, and that's oftentimes when my body is exhausted as well, and I'm not able to pour into my family as much as I would like to, and I'm not happy about a lot of things that I'm doing. I'm not happy being super busy, and I'm not happy serving my family. And so for me, taking it slower, taking it down a notch, finding those pockets to rest are absolutely amazing. do it. I encourage you to try it out if you can. I know a lot of times, sometimes we just can't. We are personally in a season where quiet time is few and far between, but we're working on it, and hopefully we can get back to that soon where it's more of a consistent matter. But for now, I'm trying out these other little things and just kind of reminding myself, only me, reminding myself that there are little pockets of times to be had. If you can carve a full day out for yourself and take a girls trip or something like that, I think that's absolutely amazing. Unfortunately for me, that's just not the season or seasons that I've been in. So I have to get a little creative and find little areas of time that I can practice self-care in other small ways. And trying to remind myself that these ways may be small, but they are meaningful. It doesn't really take much at all. If you look to the small ways in a meaningful manner, and really let yourself know this is a form of self-care. This is what I'm doing for me. I find for myself that when I'm looking at other people and seeing maybe, like I said, their trips or their vacations that they can take alone, I can become sad or disgruntled. I can become very discontented, and that's not what I want. And that's not, I want to be able to be happy for them and look to them and think that that is fantastic that they have such a blessing. But I don't want to look at that in my life and think that somehow I'm missing because I don't have that. I feel like my walk and my journey is different from others. And I just wanted to share with you a couple of the ways that I find to carve out for myself and just fill my cup, like I said, and have a little self-care for mom. I hope this video was helpful. If you liked any of these ideas, comment down below and let me know. I can't wait to see what some of the other moms are coming up with and how they are practicing self-care for themselves. I'm sure it's going to be a fantastic collab. I will link the collab list down below as well so that you can catch up on all the videos and get some super great ideas that way too. If you've not made a video, would you share down below in the comments how you practice self-care and what are some ways that you find little pockets of time for yourself? Again, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Thank you again for spending your time with me. I really appreciate it. If you aren't already, maybe consider subscribing and joining our little YouTube family. We'd love to have you. Thank you so much for spending your time with me.